Hey guys, first Regardsman here, and today I'll be talking about a Stalker Bolt Rifle build for patch 9.0 Space Marine 2 for the Tactical class. Now the Stalker Bolt Rifle did pick up a couple buffs this patch. The Firepower variant now has a times 2.3 headshot multiplier instead of times 2, and the Rate of Fire variant had its rate of fire slightly increased. So they're both very strong options, but today I will be using the Firepower variant, because when we stack this with perks like Balanced Distribution for 10% increased primary damage and Aligned Aim for 15% increased range damage overall, we kind of do a stupid amount of headshot damage now, and especially if you have things like the Adamant Hunter perk active, which is when your health is low 30%, headshots deal 25% more damage. This is a very noticeably improved weapon over the previous Firepower variant, and it's kind of ridiculous how quickly you can kill some of the Majoris in this game. Now, I do just move down the top tree for pure headshot damage, and I pick up a very important perk, in my opinion, which is Recoupment. Killing a Majoris level or higher enemy with a headshot with this weapon restores one armor segment. Cooldown is 15 seconds. Now, the Tactical is a very strong class, but he is quite squishy, so having armor restore at range, especially if you're like shooting a Devourer or something, you have to like headshot them instead of actually getting an execute on them. This is really good to give you back an armor you otherwise not have and like save you some HP from range like chip and stuff like that. So very, very strong perk on Tactical in particular, which is why I pick it this way. And for the secondary weapon selection, I do take the Plasma Pistol Rate of Fire variant. This is a very powerful weapon this patch because they did buff the charge speed to be kind of insane. Super strong, also has great synergy with perks like Plasma Boost to get that overheat extra damage very quickly. Very strong option, and the gun strikes also have an AoE effect, so I really do think this is overall like the best secondary in the game currently. Now for the perk tree, I just build for ammo primarily and shot charge speed to go even faster, and really getting secondary ammunition in this game is kind of hard for like every class except Bulwark, so building for ammo seems to be the best option in general for this stuff. Now for my melee weapon selection, I do take a Relic Tier Blockchain Sword because even though this thing only has one speed, when we stack it with Battle Focus, we are basically one combo skipping any Majoris in the game. Very, very strong weapon on Tactical, and the Adrenaline Surge block regen of your armor is overall better to me than fencing or balanced parry, because gun strikes really aren't super valuable in this game all the time, and sometimes armor restore and stagger is simply more important, and this really helps that, especially for the Tactical class. And the way I build it is just going up here. I take Perpetual Strength after Swift Recovery. I move over into the perk Reverberating Impact for a Stomp area of effect radius increased by 50%. I don't use Stomp too much on this thing, but the perk down here, Saw Blade, to increase my light combo length from 4 to 5 is practically useless because we have one speed, so I just go all the way down here instead and just take the perk Extremis Slayer and skip over this one entirely. I also always pick up the perk Full Throttle because you want to be able to do the combo skip. That's very important on this weapon period, especially if you have Adrenaline Surge charges to do stupid damage. Though I will say, if you are using something like the balanced or fencing version, I probably would just build for like light combo damage instead. Just take Perpetual Strength, move over into Swift Recovery, Perpetual Strength again, take the Saw Blade perk, move into Heavy Onslaught, pick up Full Throttle as always, and the major difference here is just taking momentum gain for each consecutive light attack, increasing light attack melee damage by 3% up to 30% for 3 seconds, and we also pick the perk up here, Combined Onslaught, which is light combo attacks with this weapon deal 10% more melee damage, because we do have 9 speed on the fencing version and 7 speed on the balanced version of the chainsword, so a really good option for these two. Now for the Tactical perk tree setup, I do take Balanced Distribution first. Your primary weapon deals 10% more damage, but your secondary weapon deals 10% less damage. In this case, I'm primarily using my Plasma Pistol for gun strikes and staggers. I don't really care about the 10% loss. If you find like a 10% boost to the Stalker Bolt Rifle excessive, you could take Plasma Boost instead. When plasma weapons are 30% overheated, their damage increases by 40%, and their charge shots use 1 less energy. This is still a really good perk here too, and really it's up to you which one you want to pick. Now next perk I think is pretty mandatory for any block setup. Just take Heightened Vigor. After a perfect time parry, block, or dodge, you deal 10% more melee and gun strike damage. Do not lose control upon taking heavy hits and cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. Very, very strong perk. Pretty much like the best perk in this whole tree, for being honest. Now, alternatively, you could take Versatility, which is after switching weapons, your secondary weapon deals 25% more damage. The effect lasts until reloading or switching back to your primary weapon. If you do take this perk, though, I would also take Plasma Boost, mainly because if you stack these together with the Rate of Fire Plasma Pistol, you have a stupid amount of potential DPS on that thing. Very strong combo, but losing out on no knockback does kind of suck. Now, some people do like Relentless Pursuit. After a gun strike, range damage increases by 25% for 5 seconds, but if you're using a like balanced weapon or fencing weapon, the actual time you have this perk active is so little. Like 5 seconds is not very long, and most of the time after a parry or like really anything with a gun strike, you're just going to be shooting them in the face with your gun strike instead of shooting them with your gun. So I don't actually think this one is that beneficial. I think the Sniper has a significantly better version of it in the Prestige perk tree with Exacting Focus, because this one lasts 10 seconds even though it's only 20% versus versus 25%. I do kind of wish the exacting focus perk was the way it worked on the tactical here, but unfortunately it does not. Now, next perk I take is Emperor's Vengeance, just for ammo economy, because the Stalker bolt rifle is kind of ammo hungry at times. And for the team perk selection, I do take Aligned Aim. Range damage increases by 15% for all squad members. This one just makes your Stalker bolt rifle hit like a truck on top of balance distribution, even though it already kind of does. It might be a little excessive to some people, and you could take Secure Stockpile. Equipment charge restored by 1 for all squad members, cooldown in 60 seconds, because this perk is pretty busted. I decided to take this one because I'm maxing range damage. Now, next perk I take here is Vital Data. Scanning extremis or terminus level enemy restores Auspex scan charge by 50%. This is a very strong perk when you're fighting bosses. It makes it a lot easier to get back your Auspex, and Auspex with concentrated fires you will be taking is very valuable, even if you aren't taking things like precise calibration on top of it. So I do value this perk pretty highly, especially in things like siege mode. And for the next perk I have here is Battle Focus, a perfectly timed parry or block. It gives the parried enemy a mark from Auspex scan. I mainly use this because I am using the block Relic Tier Chainsword, and this one will hit like an absolute truck with Battle Focus. One shots a lot of guys with like 2 combo lictors. Very, very strong for this. Now, if you are using like a balanced or fencing version, you could just take Precise Calibration instead, because Precise Calibration is stacked with the perk here, Concentrate Fire, which is Auspex Scan Zone lasts 60% longer, and enemies marked by Auspex Scan take an additional 120% damage, but they lose the mark when they leave the scanned area. Stacked with the 75% Auspex damage buff from Precise Calibration, does have you and your teammates kind of nuking bosses, so very strong option. But if you are using a blockchain sword, I would just take Battle Focus. Now, for the signature perk tree, I would just take Radiant Impact. A melee finisher additionally deals significant area of effect damage in a 10-meter radius. Cooldown is 90 seconds. This perk is incredible. Honestly, just like one of the best signature perks in the game, and compared to the other two, it's like these ones don't even come close, so pretty much always take this one. And for my prestige perk selection, I do take Acuity first. Each consecutive headshot increases headshot damage by 3% up to 15%. The bonus lasts 5 seconds without a headshot. Kind of a no-brainer for basically any bolt weapon in this game, and having the bonus last 5 seconds without a headshot is very forgiving between shots, so pretty much always take this. Next perk I take is Skill Supplier. Ammo reserve increases by 15%. This just helps out your ammo economy a little bit in those moments that like your Emperor's Vengeance is proccing, or maybe you aren't using Emperor's Vengeance period, so pretty strong perk. Now, alternatively, especially in siege mode, you could take Spare Power. Collecting an ammo box restores ability charge by 25%. This is very strong for boss nuking with like Precise Calibration and Concentrated Fire in the siege mode, but I'm playing operations with this build, so I just take this. Now, next perk I take is Resilience. Medicae stims restore 40% more health. This is a very strong perk because you do get damage at times on the tactical class because you are quite squishy, and having that extra like bit of healing from a stim is quite valuable. So strong perk for sure, and just makes them overall more valuable. Next perk here is Fortitude. Health increases by 15%. This is like one of the only tanking perks on the tactical period, so definitely take this, and that's pretty much all I take on this build. Now, a second look is not very good, especially with Concentrated Fire, because you basically never ever miss an Auspex scan zone with that anyways. And Exigency Charge, I mean, it could be good if it was like below 50% HP, but 25%, that's pretty dangerous, and only a 15% increased recharge speed for an Auspex is not epic compared to the other options. Now, that's pretty much all I have to say on this build, guys. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this helped. Stalker Bolt Rifle is in a good spot for sure, and you know, this is already like a fan favorite weapon and one of my favorite weapons in the game, and the fact that like its other two variants and the variant I kind of preferred anyways, the rate of fire got buffed, is pretty cool, and having an increased headshot multiplier on firepower variants definitely makes them feel a lot better on many of the weapons, including things like the Marksman Carbine. So if you like content like this, guys, subscribe for more. Here's some actual gameplay, and as always, take it easy. Thanks for watching.
Alright, let me, no, I don't want to do that. I should have saved that big time. Oh, you split yourself from your friend. That was foolish. There's 3 of them. Never mind.
Brace yourself, brothers! More are incoming! Disgusting tyranny scum! Rearming. Zoanthrope's connection to the hive. Now the Xenos bioform eliminated. Reloading. Target seeks to mobilize reinforcements. Eliminated. Alien trespasser sighted.
Okay, just throw these guys if we can.
Picking up extra rounds. Fresh magazine in. Kill that foe lest it summon aid. Pathetic tyranny.
2 enraged devourers, epic. Alright. That's not too bad. We have a really good setup to deal with Zoanthropes. Because this thing just deletes them. If you have like an Auspex on them, I think it's actually a 2-shot. You know, I've always liked the headshot bolt rifles on the tactical class because he has all these perks for range damage. He feels really good with ranged weapons. I also do enjoy the block chains thrown on him. I do wish that some of the signature perks got reworked. Because right now he has like 1 good one and 2 very bad ones. And like one of them is particularly awful, the signal jammer one. That is trash perk.
Changing magazine. All specs engaged.
I should save that.
Protecting my second floor. That one calls for reinforcements. Young beast, take it down. Rearming.
Should kill him. So getting a card effects up here can be a little brutal. So frag these guys. It's a lot of termagants. Getting a card effects up here can be brutal. As long as we only get one. If you get back-to-back card effects, man, they like to shred your HP out of nowhere. It is pretty rough right now. Pretty damn rough. I'm not sure if it's a bug or not, but either way. Very easy to get frame trapped by them.
Exterminate the tyranid swarm. Clear a blast radius. Fresh magazine in. Exterminate. Xenos bioform. Rearming. Scanning.
There we go.
Changing magazine. You are fertilizer now, Xenos. Hive beast here. Swapping magazine. Tyranid menace. Reloading. Pathetic.
Alright, let's go over here and check. Actually, I need to grab that sim up there. We might get a boss spawn up here. I would prefer to fight a Carnifex in this area because you can hide behind these rocks. The worst place to find him is on the stairwell. That is brutal. Terrifying zone.
The lictor has us in its sights. Full specs prime. Target is rallying reserve forces. Halt it! Its brethren answer the call. Disgusting tyrannid scum. Target seeks to mobilize reinforcements. Eliminate. Swapping magazine. You are fertilizer now, Seagos.
Alright.
Rearming.
Remove the ammunition back from the box here, and then we'll move up. Of course, I have that crate too once I get in here. Probably be an armor boost though. Usually, once you have ammunition maxed out on top of a
Fresh munitions.
stim and grenade, actually, it might give me like a melt bomb or something. We'll see. You have no nades. All right, more frags. I'll take it.
Resupply. Changing magazine. Captain, the way center entrance and our victory are right ahead.
Good. The hive ships are moving into range of the capillary towers. We are in Kadaka's final hours.
Silence that vermin force more of its foul breath. Xenos, show them carnage. Full specs tag the zone throat. Fresh magazine in. Borrow ravening. Exterminated. The stench is sickening. But the beast is dead. Reloading. Enhanced visuals incoming. Alien trespasser sight.
All right.
Area claims to the foul Xenos. Swapping magazine.
See if we get a boss spawn up here. I am actually terrified of the boss spawns at this point. I can't lie, guys. They're pretty hard in the Patch 9.0 and 8.0. Yeah, that extra HP stacking any extremis on top of a boss is always disgusting in this game.
Stay close and sharp.
It's a horrifying endeavor.
I assumed the reclamation machines would be active.
System research required. Initiate rites of reawakening at all consoles to terminate hibernation.
Ow.
Pathetic tyranny. Subterranean alien. Only after we activate the consoles can we enter the fortress, brothers. All specs ready to scan. Reloading. Another Xenos bioform eliminated. Activating all specs advantage. Only after we activate the consoles can we enter the fortress, brothers. Disgusting tyranny scum. Changing magazine. Only after we activate the consoles can we enter the fortress, brothers.
Oh, that was terrifying. Wave plus Enraged Devourer, not very fun.
Exterminate. All specs flagged in Europe, bro. Fresh magazine in. Only after we activate the consoles can we enter the fortress, brothers.
I'll pull him out here if I can.
Location 5 feet here. Changing magazine. Four specs deep scan red. Only after we activate the consoles can we enter the fortress, brothers. You are fertilizer now, Xenos. Stay dead, Ravenel. Only after we activate the consoles can we enter the fortress, brothers.
Here we go.
This we made up. Only after we activate the consoles can we enter the fortress, brothers. All specs ready to scan. Rearming. Pathetic tyranny abomination. Only after we activate the consoles
I should be able to find a
can we
sim
enter the
pretty easily
fortress,
now.
brothers.
The next box. We didn't waste our relics, that's good. Next boss spawn is probably going to be a Carnifex. It might give us double Neurothrope, that'd be preferable. But gotta prepare for anything at this point. Let us go do this objective. I want to find a box a little bit first, but there should be one up here somewhere.
Only after we activate the consoles can we enter the fortress, brothers.
Around this corner? No.
Vessel detected. Sharing the divine blessings of the machine god. Console reawake. Functions restored.
Another Xenos bioform eliminated. Only after we activate the consoles can we enter the fortress, brothers.
Community established. Transmission of blessing has commenced. Attention, ministers. Communication with console halted. Biological impurity detected. Invasive material removed. Priority zone.
Let us find this substance and purge it. The tyrannid pollution ensnares the system. We should find the spores that spawn these fights and eliminate them.
Foreign biological matter no longer detected. System accessible. Resume communion with the console. Ministers.
Whoops. Oh, we're dead in the end.
Fortify your psyche. Zone from psychic howl. Side. Reloading. Ravener down.
Resume communion with the consoles.
Oh.
Swapping magazine.
Blessings extended to the slumbering unit. Distribution of
I'll say the extra headshot damage on this thing is very noticeable.
to resume.
Especially if you stack with like other range damage buffs. Very strong weapon. I mean, dice the Karn effects, but what doesn't?
Material authority accepted. Breaking design. System restoration complete. Primary control reset.
System is running. Let us open the fortress door.
Let me just pop this open.
We have left the sewers behind and are in the fortress, Captain.
Good. Head up to the cannons and remind the Xenos of whom they dare to attack.
Changing magazine.
Right, horde coming. They're plumbing. Alright, should kill him.
You are fertilizer. Eliminate the tyrannid bioform. Fresh magazine here.
Alright, you guys just open up for me. I should open them up.
Destroy the spore mines. Rearming.
This is absolute clusterfuck.
Exterminate.
There we go. Now that's value.
Beware its mind venom. The stench is sickening, but the beast is dead. Fresh magazine in.
A lot of guys.
Disgusting tyrannid scum. Swapping magazine. Changing magazine. fertilizer now, Xenos. Fresh magazine, full specs, deep scan ready. Enhanced visual income.
Spin 'em. There we go.
Swapping magazine.
Alright, that was kind of brutal. Now, if you had a Carnifex on the stairs, this is the worst spot for one. Neurothrope's not too bad,
The Xenos on
but if it's a Carnifex, it's probably gonna eat our relic. Ooh, melt the bomb. We could be strategic with that.
Picking up extra
Carnifex plus range spam and lictors. That's the worst.
all specs ready to scan.
Alright, nothing here. Next spot, though. Is this the final boss spawn potential? Yeah, right, that's pretty easy.
Lictor, sneaky hide thief. This lictor stalks the battlefield though. Pathetic tyranny of domination. Neurothrope sighted. Aim for its head. Reloading. Another Xenos fireform eliminated. That is our way to the battle, my brothers. Fresh magazine in.
Oh, I fucked up there. Oh, he's just hiding from me now. You show me your head.
Swapping magazine.
What did you go? Alright, whatever.
Terminated. Fresh munitions. Rearming. Commencing all-spec scan.
Alright, should be pretty easy from here on out. I might have even died, or probably would have died had we got Carnifex there, or gotten a Carnifex there, excuse me. These guys are pretty disgustingly cracked this patch. Yeah, I'd rather fight a Hellbrute, to be honest.
Xenos fireform. Reloading. All-specs deep scan ready.
Alright, well, this won't let me fire my plasma pistol. Awesome. Love that bug.
Another Xenos fireball eliminated.
So you can tank it when it's not in rage. Just one of them.
Changing magazine. Stay close and sharp.
The Tyranids seem to know you're close. They are amassing at the fortress.
Then we will eliminate all of them. For the Emperor. Picking up extra rounds. Gathering supplies. The Tyranid Scourge towers above us, but not for long. The cannons will end its rampage. Swapping magazine. Pathetic tyranny abomination. Reloading. Kill that foe, lest it summon aid.
You are near the last cannons. You will need to find the manual controls to operate them.
We see the console. Soon we will use this fortress's weapons on the Tyranids. Fresh magazine in. Disgusting Tyranid scum. High beast here. These las cannons are how we destroy this filth. We sink the servo skull, and we can fire on this scum.
Grab him. I didn't check the down area, but
Keep at it, brothers. Show the Tyranids no mercy. Take cover, brothers. Do not press the attack. Do not let them recover, brothers.
alright, perfect.
Show the Tyranids.
This Rambo guy, god, absolute jungle over here.
Rearming. Finished here.
Oh shit, that's close.
Charge restored. Resume the bombardment.
Fortress control has been disrupted. Re-establish server skull and system communication.
Take cover, brothers.
Server skull detected.
Away from its filth.
This final portion is always a slog. Yeah, even when this area was bugged and had no enemies, it was still a slog. That's how it is.
Press the attack. Do not let them recover, brothers.
I hope we can get rid of this before we have to fight that sniper again. Or not.
The tyranny aims for us. Back away from its toxic That's it, brothers. Show the Tyranids no mercy. Keep going. We can finish this.
Yeah, I was wondering where the extremists were.
More fire to cleanse this infestation. Stealthy Xenos can hide, but not for long. Glitter on our We must replenish the last cannons so we can eliminate these tyrannies. Take cover, brothers! Fresh magazine in. Rouse the last cannons and keep fighting, brothers! Pathetic tyranny. Changing area claim to foul Xenos presence. The Tyranid aims for us.
Alright, there we go. The last horde we're gonna deal with there.
The auxiliary generators give us more fire to cleanse.
Usually
this
only sends like a one at this area.
Generator is active. Cannons ready for the Imperium.
Remote system no longer detected. Engage console to re-establish communion between the fortress. System link has been established. All specs connected.
Take cover, brothers. Do not let its waste poison.
I see you decided to play the most frustrating ending portion now. They're just hiding off screen from me. Amazing. Alright, finally.
The Tyranid aims for us.
It's over. That's a wrap.
Alright guys, that's pretty much all there is for this build. Thank you for watching. If you like content like this, subscribe for more. Take it easy.